And welcome back. For our second segment, we have been joined by 16-year-old Alaine Perdomo. She is a high school student over at BHS, and she's also the creator of an app called Safescape. Good morning, Alaine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's begin by talking about Safescape. What is it and what does it do?
All right, Safescape targets victims of sexual assault to try and help them with their mental health, and not only victims of sexual assault, but people like their family members or people who want to gain more information about it. And it provides a lot of different features. For example, there's a self-help guide for victims of sexual assault themselves that kind of guides them into what to do when they're feeling certain emotions to try and tackle the lack of, I think, education they have to handling their mental health, especially after such a deleterious situation like that. And then it has a general information guide where anyone can gain more information about the situations, whether it's a family member, a child, a victim themselves. They can go to that general information section and gain the necessary information to maybe help others or prevent situations. And there's a forum that would kind of serve as an online support group to work towards providing support to these victims or their family members to gain more information about how to help each other. And there's access to a helpline within the app for immediate access to help in a crisis from a professional, and a resources page where you can access resources near you where you can go physically to help someone or whether online to access help.
This app is obviously well thought out. Just hearing you explain all the resources that you have access to through Safescape. Tell me, Alaine, what made you decide to make an app for persons that experienced sexual assault?
Well, it was after seeing how many issues, how grave the issue was in my community, after encountering so many people and loved ones and family members or friends who unfortunately had gone through situations like this. And then after more information, discovering like the amount of people who suffer through that, I think it's 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 3 women, which is a huge amount of people. And I just felt like I wanted to do something. And then after thinking about it a lot and developing ideas, I came up with Safescape, and thanks to the help of UNICEF, who I was able to partner with, I was able to develop the app and gain help from UNICEF on gathering all of the resources.
What was that process like from inception to creation?
Well, of course, the initial idea was a lot different than the final product, but I think it's from the initial idea I had was that I wanted to kind of make a support group, and then I learned more information about how it wouldn't really be accessible to everyone because, of course, there's a lot of physical barriers where a person can't always reach out physically, and then there's also the stigma surrounding it. And creating it online is a lot better because then a lot more people have access to it. And then a main feature in the app as well is that if you choose to, you can be anonymous, which I think is very important to some people because they're not so comfortable expressing what they've been through. And whilst being anonymous, they can still get that help, which I think there's a physical barrier in that, again, because of stigma. So that's what that's how I developed into the idea of an app. And then, of course, after developing the idea for a forum, which would serve as like the online support group, came other ways that I can help the different types of people in the different types of situations within the topic with the different features.
What has been?
You are 16 years old and you made an app that helps people in a very big way. You obviously have to have an interest in technology to do this. Let's talk about your interest in technology.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us.
All right. I'm very interested in technology and science and technology. I love physics. I love just everything in STEM.
Yeah, and you're. I understand that you've been very active at your school as well. You said you love coding. You were a part of the robotics club as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about your experience and why you try to get involved when it comes to STEM and technology?
Well, the main reason why I love STEM so much is, of course, I'm very passionate about the topic, but it's also that I find that through science and technology, you can make a lot of change in the world, and there's a lot of innovation in that area, and you can use it. What I want to use, or what I want to do with it, is to use it to ameliorate the issues in my community, and I think that science and technology is an excellent way of doing that. As for my experience, I've participated in several coding competitions that also target, again, ameliorating issues in your community, like the Caribbean Science Foundation, which was an app building competition, and we created an app, or somewhat, to present in the competition, where we tried to tackle transportation. And then in other app competitions nationally was the cybersecurity app competition, and the sense of the coding competitions that they experienced there.
What has been the support from your family in terms of this pursuit? When you went to your mom or your loved ones and said, hey, I have this idea for an app that deals with helping victims of sexual abuse, go through this process, what was their response or their reaction like?
They were very supportive, I think. They also helped me a lot with, I think, refining my idea. Especially, I went up to my mom and I remember talking to her about it, and she told me some of situations. For example, when I said that I first wanted to do a support group, she told me a lot of information about the different situations that people encounter, and I think that the different perspectives and are very important. And my family is very supportive of everything that I do.
And I understand that you also have been working on other apps as well. Tell us about that.
Well, at the moment I am under mentorship for I think the e-governance and that ministry to do research and create something to target cybersecurity in Belize. And it's not only in coding, I suppose. I love that as well, but I also practice my passion for science and technology and other aspects as well.
Alrighty. Well, how can persons get access to the app? Is it now available to the public?
It's not yet available to the public, but it will be very soon. And as soon as it is, we're working on making sure people are aware. So doing launches and going to different schools to talk to girls. So that's something looking forward to. Yes. Okay.
Well, I just want to say congratulations to you. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how the app works, and I know that it will be useful to both females and males alike that have gone through traumas from sexual abuse. I want to ask if you have any last words, maybe just encouragement that you can give to other young people that maybe want to help in whatever way they can, just like you have. What would you tell them?
I would tell them that if they have any ideas, to make sure, I think it's with our society, it's quite easy to dismiss an idea, but it's really important to make sure that you don't be deterred by maybe things that other people say, that you follow up on your idea and your passion, and you can do more research and gain information about ways that you can, the resources, so just to not be deterred by others.
Right.
And
do you have any other projects that you would like to work on that maybe you haven't started as yet?
Oh, yes. Well, there's, again, like I said, I love using technology to ameliorate issues in my community. And of course, there are several issues that can be targeted, and I love to do so through technology. So there's a lot of ideas that I hope to implement soon.
You don't want to share any of them with me yet?
No, not yet. But
Okay.
Can't put the
as
cat
soon
out
as
of the
they're in
bag.
action, I'll let you know.
Alrighty. I'll come knocking and find out. Well, thank you so much, Alaine. Your story is inspiring, and we hope that as soon as your app is launched and it's available to the public, that persons can download and really make use of it. So thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you for having me as well.
Alrighty. All right, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, the SJC Regional Volleyball Championships. That's what we'll be talking about. Don't go away.